everyone. Welcome back to Chat with the Chief. I'm Erin Jenkins, and we are joined today by a special guest. This is Chief Keith Goyette with the Kinston Police Department. Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, awesome. So we're just kind of talking with local police chiefs about kind of what you guys do and the important work that you do in our communities. I guess first off, tell me just about the Kinston Police Department and kind of y'all's mission over there.
Sure. So Kinston's a small community. Our police department's roughly 70 police officers. We have 7 more non-sworn. I've been the police chief since October 2022. A lot of things have changed, and we have a pretty good department.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time, we're just about fully staffed. So that's a big thing for us right now.
Yeah, I know that's a big thing for probably offices around the country, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. We just this time last year we had, I want to say 15 openings, and right now we have 2, and I feel comfortable with 2.
Yeah.
Because we have 1 person in the process right now, so we should only have 1 here shortly. So that's a big thing in law enforcement right now is recruiting and retention.
Yeah, awesome. Talk about just kind of the mission of your office and kind of the goal that you guys have there at the police department.
Well, the goal obviously serve and protect,
for sure.
but we want to maintain security for our community. We want to make sure people who live in Kinston and visit Kinston feel safe. It's a small town feel. Contrary to what some people may hear, what they may feel, or not feel, but what they may think. Kinston's is a good little small community, and we're proud of it.
Yeah.
We're just trying to do the best job we can do to make it as safe as it can.
For sure. Yeah. As the chief there, you've been in that role for a few years, as you mentioned. Kind of what does your day-to-day look like for people who might not kind of realize what a chief does every day?
It's not attractive as you think it would be. Fighting crime and being a police officer is much more fun than what I do. I do the administrative work. Yeah. I meet with the city manager, who's my boss. Yeah. Occasionally, I may meet with the city council members, and of course, I meet with my staff members on a daily basis. Really, I work on the budget. Yeah. I make sure our community is heard. A lot of what I do is I look at body-worn camera footage. Anytime we have use of force incidents, anytime we have complaints from citizens, I'm constantly looking at body-worn camera footage. Make sure our officers are doing good. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You realize that our officers today are so much better than what I was when I was on the street, and the body-worn camera footage really encapsulates that our officers are really good, and it humbles you. You realize, wow, we're doing something right. So that's a lot of what I do. I field a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, make sure our officers have what they need as far as training and really preparing for the future. I do a lot of future planning. Sure. I'm set for retirement in less than 3 years, so I'm thinking ahead of the game. I have to put a strategic plan together within the next year, and I've already spoken with our staff members like, hey, next one's on you guys, so let's start planning. Let's look for some training so you have a good understanding of how to do that strategic plan. So that's the kind of stuff that I do on a day-to-day basis, and then I come here and I talk to you. I have, if we have something big happen in Kinston, then we'll have 3 or 4 news channels come down, and that takes anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes to do, and it's nowhere as bad as I thought it was going to be prior to being a police chief. So that's my day
in, day out.
There, yes.
Yeah, you're a busy guy always.
Yeah, not always, but most of the time, yes.
All the administrative stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing fun about that.
Yeah. Well, you talked a little bit about the strategic plan, but just kind of like goals and like you said, looking ahead, kind of what's those plans looking like there for you?
So one of the main goals when I took over as police chief was really the recruiting and retention part. That was a big part of it. And a big aspect of that is getting everybody on the same page. I knew whenever I took over as police chief, I met with all our supervisors in one big meeting. And I just told them, look around, look at each other. In a year or two, some of you are not going to be here. Because not everybody's going to be on the same plan. At some point, people are not going to be stakeholders. They're not going to believe in what the vision is and what the mission is. So, and we had to lose some supervisors. We had to lose some people. Right now, we're in a very good place to where I don't think we've really lost an officer to another agency in maybe 9 or 10 months. Wow. We've had to let some people go. Sure. That happens in any profession. But we used to, we would lose people constantly to different departments around us, and we've really been able to keep people, and that's been an amazing thing. And I love to take credit for it, but really it's a lot of people involved. The city manager who's retiring here shortly.
Yes, Ms. Barwick.
She was game on. She understood that to be competitive with other departments, we had to bring the pay up. Yeah. Because Kinston has that perception. You know, people, I don't want to work in Kinston. Well, let's make it worth it. Let's put the finances where it's at. We have a very attractive career development plan. So we were able to attract people, bring them here. We offer so much training that people realize, I can go there and get this training.
Yeah.
So the recruiting retention was like number one.
Yeah.
So that's where we were at. And then transparency with the community was another huge goal of ours. If you follow our social media account, Sergeant Biggins with the police department, he's also in charge of our records division, but he's our public information guy.
Yeah.
And he's really taken that social media to the next step. And that was a huge part of it. I think about 99.8% of the time people send me emails or compliment about our Facebook page. And they're like, hey, that guy needs a pay raise, whoever's doing it. I mean, there's one person here and there that may say, something different, but for the most part, so those two things were really big.
Sure.
And number 3 was equipment, body-worn cameras, vehicles.
Yeah.
And those were 2 things that we were lacking that we've been able to thankfully purchase here shortly. Now, we don't have the body-worn cameras up and running yet. It takes a little while.
Sure.
So we're getting closer. About January is when we're going to be operating.
So soon.
And cars are expensive. A car when I first became chief was, you buy a car for $22,000, you put $8,000 into it, you can afford that. Well, COVID happens.
Yeah.
Well, now, a car is going to run you $50,000 to outfit it. So those are the things that hurt, but we were able to get over those humps. And those are 3 things. And there's more, but those are 3 huge things that we had to do as an organization.
3 big ones for sure.
Yeah.
You talk about goals, but challenges as well. Kind of those challenges that you see in your department.
Oh, challenges. At any moment, right now, or in 5 minutes, something can go bad.
Yeah.
An officer involved shooting, a use of force incident, and it hits social media, and an 8-second clip that doesn't show the first 3 minutes or the first 30 seconds can lead the whole community into turmoil.
Sure.
And that's very difficult. And as a police department, as the police chief, we can't rush to judgment. And I want to get out there and I want to tell people, no, this is not what happened. This is what happened. But you can't. You have to let the investigative process take its course.
For sure.
That's the biggest thing right there.
Yeah.
In the past, it's been retaining officers, but thankfully we're over that hump.
Yep.
But now, one thing I tell our recruiting officer is recruiting and retention is a 36-hour-a-day job. Even if you're full, you're still recruiting because you still need stuff to retain your people.
Definitely.
Another thing is wellness. Officer wellness is another big thing, which is part of the recruiting and retention. And that's something that we're working on right now, as well as accreditation. Those are 2 big things we're working on as we speak.
Well, you guys have a lot going on there.
We do. We got a lot going on.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds great. We're going to take our first break, but we'll be right back with Chat with the Chief. Stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chat with the Chief. We are once again here with Chief Goyette from Kinston Police. Next, I kind of want to talk about some of the initiatives you guys have. I know I've talked a lot with you in the past just about proactive policing. Talk about what that looks like.
Well, we try to stay busy in the community. We try to be visible. We want to be out in the community. We want people to see us, see our police officers. We want to be on foot patrol. We want to see blue lights. We want people to know that we're here. Contrary to what people may believe, we only have about 6 to 8 officers on a patrol shift working. So that's a lot of space to cover.
For sure.
Other departments have much more personnel than what we do, so we have to strategically place our officers out there. Now, on a given day, we have anywhere, like I said, from 6 to 8 on patrol, but you have investigators out and administration out. So, and we try to do other things as well. Our clear events, we try to get out and speak with our community members.
Yeah.
Sometimes people show up. Sometimes they don't. You can't always,
For sure.
All you can do is offer it, see what happens.
And for people who don't know, kind of what are those clear events?
So our clear events is it's just cops listening, engaging, and reacting to citizens' concerns. We might show up at a Piggly Wiggly for a couple hours, bag some groceries, talk to our community members. Not necessarily like, we don't always discuss crime.
Sure.
They may ask about a pothole, and then we'll, divert, get some information for that particular person, then get back with them. We'll pop up in the corner somewhere. We try to announce it a couple days ahead of time so people, come out. Convenience stores, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, other places like that. We just try to do, it's kind of like Coffee with a Cop, except we do it in non-traditional manner and in non-traditional locations.
Yeah.
It's not just coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you meet people where they're at, kind of.
Yeah, that's it.
Going into their community.
We just try to get out there and I want to do one at the school soon. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys in the past have done lunch with the law.
Yeah, we do lunch with the law.
Okay.
That's a good thing. I tell you what, kids are so funny. I love kids.
Yeah.
Well, now that mine are grown.
Yeah.
But they say the funniest things.
They do.
I was I'm 46 years old now,
Yeah.
so now I have to get glasses. So I go to an eye doctor the other day.
Okay.
Some little kid walks in, pops down beside me. He's a first grader at Northeast Elementary School in Kinston.
Yeah.
He's eating candy, and he offers me, "Hey, you want some candy?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. It gets my teeth." He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to the dentist next." And he didn't really have a lot of teeth. I said, "That's why you don't have any teeth, because you're eating candy." But anyway,
Right now.
I just say all that. Kids say the funnest things. So
Yeah.
lunch with the law is a really good time.
Yeah.
We have fun.
Well, it's nice to kind of, show the kids too that you guys are out there in the community as well.
You want to humanize the badge.
Yeah.
People, they don't know. It's kind of like teachers.
Sure.
Growing up when I was a kid, I thought teachers were, whoa. Then I got older and I realized, teachers are just like me. We're all the same. So they don't understand that about police officers either.
Yeah.
They see this badge, your firearm, your uniform, and the patch, and like,
Yeah.
and very standoffish. And I'm like, no, I got a mortgage just like everybody else.
And your dad just like everybody
That's
else.
right.
So
That's right.
all that good stuff. Yeah. And the next one I wanted to kind of mention was the PACE meetings.
Yes.
Could you talk about those as
The
well?
PACE meetings is something that we started, had a different name back in 2018. But basically it was about juvenile crime.
Okay.
The laws changed a couple of years ago. We lowered the age and didn't really anticipate how much we were going to be busy.
Sure.
But so we started a group back then. It's kind of transformed over the years into PACE, and we have different community members, different organizations. We meet on a monthly basis, and we still share juvenile crime. We share overall crime, and we discuss resources and different resources within the community that are in the meeting. They do like a little presentation, or we'll just discuss what we need to focus on. And somebody, every now and then, somebody will help somebody else. So it works out. It's a good meeting.
Yeah.
I try to encourage our community members, whether you're a stakeholder, a business owner, somebody in the school, to come out. It's really good when we have somebody from like a principal from the school. If they come, it's really a good, informative meeting, and you gain a lot of insight from it.
Yeah. You talk a little bit about juvenile crime. Is that prevalent in Kinston?
Yes.
Are we seeing more of that?
I don't know if we're seeing more.
Okay.
It's pretty much been steady.
Okay.
Really, juvenile crime, car breaking and enterings. Unfortunately, violent crime, juveniles. When I first became a police officer way back in 2000, it didn't seem like juveniles were shooting each other, and now you're starting to see that. You're starting to see juveniles carry firearms, which is just dangerous because their brain hasn't functioned all the way in their thought process, and they're thinking for the moment, not thinking long term. So our juvenile crime's been pretty consistent with breaking and enterings and larcenies and things like that, and assaults, and nothing more than any other community.
Right.
But it's been pretty consistent.
Yeah. And do you have a message, maybe even to parents who might be watching this, just how to, maybe talk to their teenager about some of this stuff?
So we discuss this at the PACE meeting, and this is what I tell people, or if I tell any type of meeting, be intrusive.
Yeah.
Get involved in your child's life. Find out what it is he or she's doing. Kids don't want to hear this, but look through their phone. If you do what you got to do to be to parent, and then snoop and investigate, because you just don't know. And to include me and my children, you have to look and investigate. Find out where your child's at. If they're coming in, where have they been? Where are they going? Just be involved. Number one, but be a parent, not a friend.
Asking those questions, I guess.
Absolutely,
Awesome. And it sounds like you guys are trying to help with some of these initiatives that you have. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah.
I wish it was perfect, but it's not perfect.
It will be.
It takes a whole community. It takes, I guess the cliche is it takes a village, but it really does. It takes a lot of people to work together. The police can't raise your child.
Yeah.
And that's.
Yeah.
We have a part in it, but so do parents, so does the community, so it's a lot of work.
And Kinston is a tight-knit community, so it's nice that y'all do have that village.
It really is, and we're going to the state championship game on Saturday.
Go Vikings!
Go Vikings! So we'll see how that goes. I'm confident. My son played in the 2015 state championship game against Shelby.
Okay.
Didn't feel good going in.
Yeah.
Felt really bad going out. But this one, I feel really good. I think our team is really, really ready for the game.
Are you going to Durham?
No,
Okay.
I wish I was, but my daughter-in-law is graduating Saturday from ECU,
That's right.
so
You're busy.
I tried getting out of it, but my wife said I have to go.
Family priorities.
Yeah, go Pirates.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back. We're going to take one more break. Thanks so much, and stay with us. Welcome back again to Chat with the Chief, where we are again with Chief Keith Goyette from the Kinston Police Department. Just perusing your website a little bit, one thing that popped out to me was kind of the crime map that you guys have on there. It's a pretty neat tool. Is that a new thing that you guys have?
It is. It's something that we've been wanting to do for really about 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
But what happened was we were on a different report management system, and we knew we were transferring to a new one.
Okay.
So that took a year of planning. And then once we got on the new one, it took another year to put together. So it's something we've been working on for 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
We finally got it up and running. We have an outstanding data analyst that we hired back in January or February of this year, and she's really taken our website and things of that nature, the crime map. She's 100% in charge of that and was able to put that together for me. So I was very, very excited about that. It's pretty inclusive, I mean, there's some crimes that we don't put up there just for the integrity of the investigation and for victims, but shootings and we'll robbery, whatever it is, we try to put it up there. You can click on it and it'll tell you, pretty much this in the block location of where it is. And other cities, I think Greenville, New Bern, Moorhead, I think they have this very similar, if not the same thing. So we just want to be transparent. Yeah, we want people to know what's happening, and also you'd be amazed at the people who call me. I'm moving to Kinston. I need to know about the crime. I can just say, look at the crime map, and that saves about 3 minutes of my day. So there's that.
A nice tool to have for you guys.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah. Another thing is the cold case volunteers and kind of program that you guys have. Talk about that a little bit.
So cold case is something that I've always loved. I used to watch the TV show called Cold Case on Channel 9, CBS, Sunday nights.
Yep.
But anyway, we used to watch it. I used to watch it when my son was growing up. We always loved it. But when I took over as a captain in investigations, we had about 17 unsolved homicides at the time. And my major told me, hey, look, I want you to focus on this. So that's something we focused on when I was in there. And then Major Turner, but he was a captain at the time, after me, was able to go in there. And we solved about 7 unsolved homicides. It was really, really big. Well, thing is, it's hard to find time to work on those those older ones, but they're extremely important. Plus, you have families that need closure. You've got families calling you, want to know, hey, what about my son? What about my daughter? And for us that were detectives and worked those cases, or even patrol officers who responded, those things don't leave. They still stay with you. You still think about those things. You pass that house driving on a call, and you're like, oh, that's where the homicide. Yeah. Anyway, so it was very near and dear, and I knew we couldn't put an investigator as a paid investigator as a cold case just for that one. So we floated with the idea, like, what about volunteers? Do you think we could find somebody? And we knew somebody. She was a former journalist. Very, very, she did Kinston 101. She did our Kinston Police Academy. Reached out to her, and that's how it started. It's been pretty cool. We're able to work on a cold case, solved one. We're working on more. And brought another person on, Carmen. And we ended up winning an award from the North Carolina Police Executive Association this past summer for the Agency of the Year for that particular initiative. Awesome. So, shout out to Sergeant Connor and Major Turner and our 2 cold case ladies for coming in. And, we're just trying to do more with less. I hate saying that, but we're just trying to adapt. And we did put in for a COPS grant, and my goal was to hire a full-time cold case investigator, and that's something we didn't get it, but maybe we could try again next year. So
those volunteers, they come in and they're just kind of working on those cases.
They were in. Yep, they were in. I think Monday this past week they come in for a couple hours, sit Indian style on the floor. They have desks, but for whatever reason, but you need to lay
better on the floor.
You just lay everything out and you look through it. We try to keep everything there. We don't want to bring it home and stuff, So that's where we're at as far as that goes. And we went to a conference back in October, and we're able to present how the team works. And we're helping out a department down in Florida and one in the Western state right now to try to get one up and running.
So we're kind of like that model.
Yeah,
for
I guess
that.
so.
Okay.
Again, it's not perfect, but it's what we got. So we're trying to, trying to help some families out and bring some closure.
And I'm sure those families appreciate that as well.
Yeah, they really do. They do.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. We'll be right back. We're going to have one more break, and we'll be back with Chat with the Chief. We have a special guest coming up next, so be sure you stay with us. Welcome back back, everyone. We are here with Chat with the Chief, and we actually have a special guest right now. This is Officer Granger. Tell us about Officer Granger a little bit.
Officer Granger is our therapy dog at the station. He was donated to us, so thank you for that. He is a very busy little fella, but he's a breath of fresh air. If you're having a bad day, just walk by, and when you see him in the hallway, he'll make you so much happier. Yeah. So he's been a really, really good addition to our organization. And, anytime we go out, we do clear events, we try to bring him. He goes to our PACE meetings with us. So anytime we're out and about, we try to have him.
And so what does, I know that's kind of a trend right now, but what does the therapy dog do for the police station exactly?
Well, he just brings a smile to your face, and it's also a good tool. He's in the process now where he has to go through training and the whole therapy process. Sure. So we would like to utilize him for maybe children of victims who want to come in, and we can kind of soothe them. Because, the police department, it's comfortable to us, but for children it may be intimidating. Yeah. So he's just a good little addition to our organization. So he's very young. So we'll have to do some training, and we're really pleased with him. Yeah.
Well, and that kind of brings me to my next thing is he has his own social media, so it's fun to follow that. He was recently in my hometown of Bryson City, so I like seeing his little adventures on there.
A little birdie told me there's going to be a challenge coin coming out pretty soon with Officer Granger. He's going to have his own challenge coin. I don't even have my own challenge coin.
We need a Chief Goyette one next.
I know. So, that's something that his handler, Sergeant Biggins, is working on, trying to get a challenge coin, and we can get that out to our community members, get it to our kids. So, again, he's just been a bright spot. He's a funny little fella.
That's awesome. And talk about just the social media that you guys have.
Yes.
I know we touched on it a little bit earlier, but just what about that?
Well, started out social media. So we just want to be transparent. We want our community. I want our community to know what their police officers are doing. Yeah. This is what's happening in your community. This is what's happening in your police department. This is what your officers are doing. That's how the whole philosophy started. And then we try to be a little funny at times, we try to just humanize the badge. And if you ever see it, you see Sergeant Biggins, he always puts little memes up there, or you'll see me riding a unicorn or whatever. I mean, you never know what you're going to see.
I like it.
So, something that we had to do is, we have to we try to turn our comments off on arrests, just because people can be so mean. Yeah. Social media is really cool, especially on this day. Yeah. But people can be just mean to other people, and it's like, that's the bad thing, is you provide a platform for people to hurt other people. So we try to cut that off. Yeah. There's been a couple of times we've left them on by mistake, and people have gone haywire, just gone crazy. So that's something that we try to do different. If we're looking for somebody like a fugitive, or if we have a missing person, if somebody gets an award, we'll leave the comments on there. But and that's just how we feel is the best. And I'm sure the Supreme Court will come out with something in the future, and we'll go from there.
Right. Yeah. Meant to be a tool. Hopefully,
but we love
people
social
use
media.
That. Yeah.
I love it. I'm sure you do. The police department does, and it's been very, very useful for us.
For sure.
Yeah. It's grown. Our page has grown dramatically.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, you guys can follow them at the Kinston Police Department on Facebook and all that good stuff you guys have. Yeah. As we're kind of wrapping up, is there anything like you would maybe want to tell your community about what you guys do?
Yeah. So I mean, really, I would just say that we're here for our community. Where we try to partner as much as we can. We're dedicated to the members of our community. We want to provide the safest environment at all times. Like one of our old mission statement was citizens and visitors. So I still say that to this day. But it's really important to provide a safe community. We want to bring commerce in. We want our city to grow. I don't want it to grow too big, but I want it to grow where we have a good school system, which we do have, but businesses, places to eat, a good place, safe to live, and it's just important to have officers who want to be part of the solution, and that's where we're at right now, and I'm very, very pleased with it. And I think for the most part, our community's satisfied with the police force.
Y'all are building that foundation for a nice city.
We're trying to,
Very
yes,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, Keith Goyette, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate you being here with us.
Yes, thank you so much for the invite, and I look forward to coming back.
Yeah, well, we will definitely have you back.
Awesome.
All right, thanks so much. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Chat with the Chief with Chief Keith Goyette. I'm Erin Jenkins. Thanks for joining us today.